Open Scratch, let's make this thing actually move. Look friend, look at this. If I use the arrow keys, look, this sprite can move. And if I click on the sprite reacts. If I click another key, the space, the other sprite reacts. And today we're going to learn how to build this exact thing block by block. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Albina Zakir Academy. Today we're going to learn our event blocks and motion blocks. But do you remember what we learned from episode 1? Quick reminder. We learned a sprite, which is this little cat over here, and our bat. We have two sprites. What is a sprite? A sprite is a character in your project. What is a stage? A stage is where the sprite lives, like a TV screen. Now I'm going to zoom out. And now over here is the script area. This is where we bring blocks. But what is a block? A block is one instruction. This is where, and we grab the block and drag it into our script area to do our coding. But these are the four main things. What else did we learn? We learned how to choose a character over here, how to choose a backdrop over here, and a script area, a sprite area. I only have two, that's why it's two here. The more sprites you have, the more it will show here. This is where we rename our sprite. This is the XY. This is the size, the direction, and if you want to show it or unshow it. And
so Albina, you mean মানে তুমি যেটা কইতে চাইরা যে আমরা আজকে আমরা কিতা শিখমু, আমরা শিখমু ইভেন্ট ব্লক, right?
Yes.
And motion block. This is two block is our focus. But আমরা যদি রিমাইন্ড করি তাহলে আমরা প্রথম যে এপিসোড, আমরা ফার্স্ট এপিসোড অফ স্ক্র্যাচ, আমরা কিতা শিখছিলাম আমরা শিখছিলাম হোয়াট ইজ স্প্রাইট, মানে স্প্রাইট কি, তারপরে what is the stage, মানে stage কি বা কাজ কি। সো স্প্রাইট মানে আমরা ক্যারেক্টার, লাইক আমরা যেটাও করি না, গেম বানাই বা আমরা স্টোরি বানাই বা আমরা যেটাও বানাই, যেমন ক্যাট। এখন স্টোরি যদি আয় যেমন মনে করো একটা টাইগার এন্ড একটা ফক্স, তখন আমরা এখানে যে টাইগার থাকবো, যেটা ফক্স থাকবো, এটার নাম ক্যারেক্টার, রাইট? সো দ্যাট ইজ দ্য স্প্রাইট, রাইট? ওকে। এন্ড দ্য স্টেজ মানে যেখানে প্লে করবো, যে টিভি স্ক্রিনের লাগান যেখানে প্লে করবো, এটার নাম হলো স্টেজ। মানে স্টেজও আমরা চেঞ্জ করতে পারবো, ওই যে ইয়ত গিয়া, যে ব্যাকড্রপও গিয়া আমরা এটা চেঞ্জ করতে পারবো, রাইট? চেঞ্জ করি আমরা চয়েস মতো, আমরা এই যে আমরা যে প্রজেক্ট অনুযায়ী, যেমন স্টোরি হইলে স্টোরি, তারপরে গেম হইলে গেম, ও অনুযায়ী আমরা চেঞ্জ করতে পারবো, রাইট? ওকে, ভেরি গুড। এন্ড মানে আমরা ইচ্ছি যে আমরা কিলাখান কোন ব্লক মানে কিতা, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য ব্লক, রাইট? এটা আমরা ইচ্ছি যে ব্লকের কাজ কিতা এবং ব্লক। এটা আমরা ইচ্ছি যে এই ব্লক, ওয়ান ব্লকে তো কোনো কাজ হয় না। আমরা যখন মানে ব্লক মানে ইনস্ট্রাকশন, রাইট? তখন একটা কাজ করতে হইলে ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিলে তো সিঙ্গেল ইনস্ট্রাকশনে কাজ হয় না। তখন যখন আমরা জয়েন্ট ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিব, যেমন আমরা ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিলাম যে দিস ইজ স্প্রাইট, ওকে? স্প্রাইটে আমরা যদি ক্লিক করি বা এরো কি যদি প্রেস করি, তাহলে আমরা ক্যারেক্টার যেন মানে মুভ করে, রাইট? সো দ্যাট ইজ টু কমান্ড, রাইট? প্রথম কমান্ড হয়েছে গিয়া, প্রথম ব্লক হয়েছে কি ইভেন্ট ব্লক। এটা জাস্ট ইভেন্ট ব্লকে অর্ডার দিল, আমরা কইল যে গো 10 স্টেপ আহেড, তার মানে আমরা আইলো কি মোশন ব্লক। তখন আমরা দুইটা ব্লক যখন আমরা এখানে আনবো, জাস্ট মেক ইট এক্সাম্পল, জাস্ট মেক ইট when green flag click means this is our doorbell, this is our starting, but not reacting. Now we need to use what is this motion block.
Motion.
So now if I say, okay, bring the move 10
steps.
Now if I press this one, it will react. It will go 10 block, right? So that is how is it. So this is set of instruction means this is script area and the block area you can say, or script of set. Okay, very good. So we learned this one in the first episode, and today we are going to learn event and motion block, how is reacting with how is working with the character. Okay, let's move on. Let's understand.
So, but before we start, what is events? Well, imagine a doorbell. Nothing happens until someone presses it, and when they do, something happens. Someone opens the door. That's just like events in coding. Scratch is there sitting, waiting, but until a key press, a click, or the green flag, it instantly fires off a script. So now we're going to grab example. First, let's grab a new project. Like you go to File, and I'm just going to go here to the new project. See, now we have a blank new project. So go to Events, and I'm going to explain and teach you these are the main blocks of events. These are like the trigger of a script. See, nothing happens when I click the green flag or click the sprite or I click space. It doesn't happen because there's no coding on it. It's just the triggers. Now let's do some actual coding. If you go to motion, these are the motion blocks, the blue blocks. Go to move 10 steps, and now this will work. If I go flag, see, it moves just a little. Now if I remove this like this and grab move 10 steps and place it right under this, see, now the one flag click, it doesn't work. But if I click the space button, see, it moves.
So instruction is different. Okay.
Now if I remove this and grab
when press the dota ekta will listen. Okay. So right or left or
and now we're going to do a little coding. So now let's grab our one space key press and let's remove this. This was just an example, you don't have to do it. If you go to the drop down and click, there's a lot of keys to press. You can do that when you finally learn coding. We're going to click right arrow. We're going to go here to change X by 10. But what does this mean? It means if I place my sprite more to the left, see, the X become negative. If I place my sprite to the right, see, it goes positive. Just like that in Y. If I place more up, positive. Place it down, it's negative. So, change X by 10 means it'll go 10 steps forward and rightward. So now let's test it. We're going to click the right arrow. See, moves right. Let's do that for the left arrow. You can go here and select right here and right click it and click duplicate. This will duplicate that script. Now go drop down and click left arrow. Let's change the 10 to -10. Now if I click the left arrow, see, moves to the left and the X goes negative. Now let's program the up and down. So look at this. If I go to right arrow and change X by 10, and if I click the right arrow, see, it move this way, not the down, up, or left arrow keys. If I go down and change it to left arrow, the right arrow will not work and only the left arrow works. See, but now it's only going rightwards. So if I go to here and do a negative, See, it moves, and you see the right arrow doesn't work, or the down or up, it just works with left. If I go up arrow and change it back to 10, see, none other keys work, only up arrow. Same with down arrow, only works with down arrow. Now notice one pattern. So notice one pattern. X10 goes this way, and negative 10.
Is a negative.
Negative 10 goes the opposite way.
Y
So
also. X, Y, N.
The same condition goes with Y. If I go change Y by 10, it will go like the upward, and if I do negative 10, it will go the opposite way.
Exactly.
That's a really cool pattern. Now let's try something else. Let's try one flag clicked. I go one flag clicked. And
No, one sprite click.
Now let's learn another block in events. When this sprite clicked, let's remove the extra blocks and let's focus on this block. When this sprite clicks means when we click the sprite, nothing happens right now because there's no coding. Let's add some coding. Let's say
now we're going to looks block.
Now we're going to go to the purple looks block, and let's drag next costume. When this sprite clicked, next costume. Whoa. Now let's go to control and drag wait 1 second. We're not going to wait for that long, so let's change it to 0.2 seconds. Oh, see that? Let's go here and let's right click on the next costume and see that now we're going to duplicate it, snap it right underneath. Now let's play a sound and drag play sound meow until done and snap it right on top everything.
So that is sound block. नाम को use करता है.
This is the sound block. This makes the sprite play a sound. Now let's click the sprite and see what happens. Whoa, that's awesome. Now let's remove everything else, and I'm gonna teach you when flag click block. Now nothing happens when I click the green flag. Nothing happens because there's no coding. Let's play some coding. Let's go to control blocks and drag forever. Snap it right underneath. Now we're going to go to motion and scroll a little. See, let's drag if on the edge bounce. This means if it goes on the edge, it will bounce. Let's test it. Click the green flag. Nothing happens because we will need the sprite to move. Now let's do the coding we learned before. When right click, go to motion and change X by 10 and let's duplicate it. Right click, duplicate and click here and change this to left arrow and change the 10 to negative 10. Now we click the one flag clicked, and with the arrow right and the left arrow key we'll move it. See, it will bounce. It goes upside down. We don't want this to happen. So we're going to go to direction, click on it. See this button? This will make the sprite not go upside down. Let's test it again. Whoa, look, now it looks like it's moving. Well, it looks like a machine just moving. Let's add let's go to costume and do next costume on both of it, right above the change X by. And let's see. It looks like the sprite is actually moving. Whoa. Now I'm going to show you what this coding does. Let's click one flag clicked. and grab the right arrow, click it. Whoa, look at that. The sprite looks like it's walking actually, going from right to left. So today we learned a lot. Great job. Today we learned a lot.
তুমি যেটা কইতে চাইরা যে আজকে আমরা এই যে মেইনলি আবার ইভেন্ট ব্লক এন্ড মোশন ব্লক এই দুইটা ব্লক শিখছি এবং এই দুইটা ব্লকের ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিছি আমরা ক্যাট মুভ করছে সাউন্ড করছে তারপরে কস্টিউম চেঞ্জ করছে তারপরে আমরা এক্স ওয়াই তারপরে এক্স জি ওয়াই এগুলো আমরা শিখলাম very nice. So today we learned our motion block and event block, and also some of the block we use it, but will not. আমি ওই যে next costume, তারপরে forever, এগুলা যে ইউজ করলে শিখাইলেন আমরা।
We will learn this in the future episodes. We will learn all the other blocks step by step in the next episodes. So remember to check all the episodes to learn everything.
So today just আমরা event block আর
motion.
So event block আর motion block এর কাজ শিখাইছো, right? Okay, এখন আমরা প্র্যাকটিস করতে হইলে কিটা করা লাগবে?
Now it's your turn. Add another sprite and practice this a little. Maybe change the right arrows and left arrows to S and A. WASD, W for up, S for down, A for right, left, and D for right. Maybe test it a little, maybe add another sprite and challenge yourself a little. So today we learned the events and motion blocks. We learned how to control the sprite with the arrow keys, and we learned how to make the sprite react when you will click the sprite, and the white flag click block. Now it's your turn. Add another sprite and tell me how it turned out. See you in the next episode.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very good. আজকে আমরা দুইটা জিনিস শিখছি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। ওকে, we will continue next event. So আমরা এপিসোড 1 ও রিক্যাপ হইল আমরা এপিসোড 1 ও ইকলাম কিদা sprite, stage, block, script area, and then change the sprite, change backdrop, change rename, change size, so many things. But second episode to amra iklam kida how is reacting, how the block is working, right? So event block is the main block, which is opening the block. You can say opening. So like doorbell, like starting. And then after this one we can use it our another block, set of block according to our. So today we focus on event block and motion block. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. We learn everything today.
So that's exactly how you do the coding. Open Scratch and try it on your own project, and it will click faster than you think. Coding is one of those things that look complicated until you build something. Now it's your turn. Ebar tumar phala. Try this and comment how it went. See you in the next video.